All right, we are recording. So we have 40 minutes. And like I said, if you want to mute yourself, if we start hearing a bunch of like crazy sounds, feel free to do that. There you go. I don't know. So anyway, so I'm Jen Moravli, and you guys, I'm really super excited to get back to doing this. I've been coaching. This summer will be 4 years. Katie, I see you. And I started doing team calls when I'd been coaching like 1 month. It was me and one coach, and then me and 2 coaches, and me and 4 coaches. And it's just such a wonderful way to get together and, grow face to face. But over time, it became something more of like, it always felt like I was saying the same stuff, and I was bringing other coaches in, and we were saying the same things, Success Club and staying on your fitness journey and just sharing all the exact same things and talking at our teams. So over the last, year, just so much transition has happened within the team and with, for me. And I'm finally super duper excited to come back to team calls, but I want it to be so different. So, I believe so much in, this community and in this team. And, there's a huge difference and a group of people that know each other, that are in the trenches with each other, that know, they're like a sisterhood where we know that person's pitfalls and we lift them up. We don't come at them. There's no scarcity mentality. There's no competition. There truly is a group of women. You guys, I'm 37 years old. I'm a wife of 18 years. I'm a mom of a 13-year-old boy who has been through so much. And as his mom, I've been through so much with him. And, when you go through something like that, he's had 14 surgeries and, reconstructive surgery on his face. And when you go through things like that, your life has changed. The way you see the world has changed. So I'm a mom of a 13-year-old. I am a mom of a 7-year-old little girl. And, my heart for coaching is so huge. It's, I came into it, oh geez. Yeah. My mom, by the way, my mom's in the hospital and I'm pretty much like the caretaker. So I'm getting, wild texts, but I'll get back to her in just a bit. So, my goal for this new platform of call is different. I want us to come together. I want to hear from the brand new coaches on the team. I want to hear from the star diamonds on the team. I want to hear from every single person on this team. So I will be messaging, everyone and anyone, and please stand up and say, that's me. I want to do it. And, don't be afraid. I don't have slides prepared tonight. I don't have notes prepared tonight. I literally just have a few bullet points just to keep me on track, because I can ramble just like anybody else. But I wanted to come on this call and share my story, my struggles, my goals and dreams, and let you know you can do it too. I didn't want to come with slides. I didn't want to make it look like, something that somebody else can't do. We're a team. We truly are in this together. And I want to lock arms. I want to see each and every one of you reach things that you actually didn't even know were possible. I know I've done that in the business, and I know there's so much more. So that's what I want to see for each and every one of you. I want you to think, well, this is what I think I can reach, and I want you to blow your own damn mind and surpass that over and over and over, because this is that opportunity. I was talking to Ali today, and I was saying, this is that thing. It's right here, right now. You didn't happen upon this on accident. You're not on this team on accident. We're not on this call on accident. This opportunity is right here, right now. So I'm super excited. We're going to kick off the call, like this new style of call. I will bring other coaches in from other teams, because there's other people that aren't on our team that truly inspire me. And I want, you guys to hear from them. And if you have an idea of somebody, let's bring them on too. So I knew this call wasn't going to be majorly packed, because we haven't had a call in months and months and months. So I told myself, if 1 person or 2 people are here, I'm super happy. I'm happy to lead the charge, come on first and get us started on our, our new call journey. So it's going to be every other Tuesday, 40 minutes long. That's it. I'm going to want to hear your story. We want to hear your story. Why you got started as a coach, your struggles and your shortcomings. It is important to share those because we all have them. And from them, why you haven't left, why you're still here, and then your goals and dreams. So, sound good? Let me drink out of my fancy cup really fast. So my story. So it's 8:40 right now, and we have 40 minutes total. So I want to be just super mindful of not blabbering on. For those of you that don't know, so my story, a little bit about my past. I come from a really small town. Actually, it's grown quite a bit. That's where some of you still live, but that's where I grew up. I come from I grew up there. I stayed there, went to elementary all the way through 12th grade. I even did like the community college there before getting accepted to college here in Orlando. That's why I moved to Orlando, and I've been here ever since, about 15 years. I grew up in that small town. My family it's hard to look back because now as an adult, you see things differently. And so we were pretty poor. I don't know that I would have thought that or said that then, or maybe just never even would have admitted it. But we were, there were no extras. I did no sports. There was no extra money for nothing. There was no family vacations. We went camping every summer. And I didn't know any different. I think I knew there was different and had ideas. I knew from a really young age, like kindergarten, that I wanted a different life. I wanted something more, but I didn't really know what that was. My dad, drank a lot, and I have, lots of traumatic memories of, the weekends were parties. My parents had me when they were 17. And I remember just going to lots and lots of parties and, having to ride home with drunk people and fights. And so I think I still have anxiety in the car if I'm not in control. Like my husband and I are great communicators, and arguments are, pretty far and few between, but we get in that car and he does something slight and I'm like, "Rrr." And so I have a little anxiety still from, just all those traumatic memories of thinking that I was pretty much going to die because he would drink all that alcohol. And for some reason, his driving he'd go faster and the music would get louder. And that was like every weekend. And I just remember thinking, so safety and feeling safe is a big thing for me and to provide for my children and just people around me, because feeling so unsafe and scared. So I'm the oldest of four. But here's the thing. I always struggle with sharing, past stuff about my family because I love them so much, so I love my parents so much. I really, when I think it all the way through, I believe they did the best they could. I know where they come from, and I know what they brought to me in raising us. So I always think that they did the best they could with what they had. I think that, I would hope to think that, but so bring that to today and how they still live their life. And the truth is, they are no different. They are actually even worse. So they're still doing, drugs and alcohol, and they've lost their home, they've lost their business. And so I'm pretty much the caretaker for the family. And so it's tough because my mom being in the hospital right now, I'm the one that she's calling and everybody's calling, and I need to make sure, like right now, she's trying to rip out her things and leave because that's the mentality. And because I'm not there. And so it's tough, it's hard. But the truth is, God's provided so much. I have an incredible husband, incredible children, an incredible life. And I truly still love them all so deeply. And I will never give up on them. So I have had to learn how to create boundaries, right? But that's okay. That's a good thing. We have to learn how to do that. So that's a little bit of my past. And then, like I said, so I met my husband in that town, got accepted to college here in Orlando, and I moved here with him. I met him there. We moved here together. And after 3 years of dating, we got married. 1 year of marriage, we had our Andon, and Andon was born with a rare medical condition that I said, affects the growth of your facial bones. That's it. It's nothing mental. It's nothing, physical. It's completely purely cosmetic. So this boy, and here's the thing, my pregnancy was wonderful. I gained 35 pounds. I worked at a bank. I was a personal banker, loved my job, did so well at it, and I truly loved it. But I, worked all the way up till 2 weeks until I had Andon, and I gave birth to Andon, and huge surprise. And so that memory, we all know having children, that memory is so burned in our brains. And so, I'm working through the night, have him in the morning, and, I give birth, and the room goes silent, everybody goes running, and you don't even realize your life has changed. And so, they took him and they cleaned him. The room was literally empty. Everybody left besides me and the doctor and the nurse, and they brought him to me. And if I had my wallet right here, which I'm bummed I don't, I have a picture of his birth picture, and I don't share it because it's his story, it's him, it's our protective story, but I would show you guys. And so he had a pretty wide cleft lip. So he only had one little nose hole. The cartilage was here, but there was a huge hole. And I thought he was so beautiful and perfect. And he was tan. He looked like he had been at the beach. And I just remember looking at him in this room, and just the life was swirling. And I just said, I love you so much, and I'll do everything I can to take care of you. And I had no idea what that truly meant, coming into the years of him, 2 and 3 years old, and going places, and people following us and asking questions and making fun. And that's tough stuff. And so being that protective mom, sometimes I handled it well, and sometimes I did not. Sometimes I was not friendly. So, but it's all good. My husband would always say, you have to, really accept this part of our story, God's hand in this part of our story, because if you don't, then he won't. So he really encouraged me to do that work. And I knew immediately that I was in love with him. I didn't understand, though, how a healthy person, and I didn't understand how. And I never really got that answer. There really is no answer. There just is that God chooses people to bless, because the truth is, I see life different. I see people different. I see experiences. Everything's different. So I have my Andon. What I'll share from that is that it did create Christine. Hey, friend. Having him and going through all that just create a lot of deep-seated fear in my heart. So I got to this place where going places was a big deal. I had to prepare. I have memories of being in, fast food restaurants where kids would point them out and make fun and get the other kids. And all my friends wanted to hang out in those places. And so, it's so funny, because that was Andon's childhood, Adeline's little childhood. I just didn't go to none of those places. I didn't meet up nobody at those places. It was so like, we were at Chick-fil-A, I think a week or so ago, and the kids are like, can we eat inside? Still, I shuddered a little bit, like, yeah, I guess we can go inside, because those memories of those play places and all those kids. So yeah, just having him just kind of put some deep-seated fear in my heart that I carried around for a bit. And it kind of bled into other areas of my life. It bled into, friendships. And, I remember going to Bible studies and, going around and people sharing. And I remember being like sweating profusely. And like, I had to go to the bathroom, and I just wouldn't get up and go to the bathroom. I was like, I don't know, you just create prisons for yourself. And I really, really, truly did that. So we wanted to have another baby. After a couple years, we decided, okay, we're moving forward, trying to have another baby. And, once we decided we were ready, we just couldn't. We went through 3.5 years of secondary infertility. And, that's hard. If you've experienced any infertility, it is hard. It is like hell on earth. You want a baby, and there's no reason why you can't. And then what you focus on grows. You see everybody having babies. You see pregnant women everywhere you go. It's literally in your face. So 3.5 years of secondary infertility. At the same time, Andon was in the throes of lots of his reconstruction and lots of his pretty major surgeries. So now looking back, I just know God's amazing timing in my life that he gave us that focused time with Andon. Andon needed that. We needed that. And it was a huge gift that we had that focused time with just Andon. So Andon is now 13. Adeline is now 7. And I found coaching, 4 years ago. So it was about, 3.5 years ago. This summer it'll be 4 years. So we're coming up on that. And at the time I was in nursing. 4 years ago, I was in nursing school, and truly because I needed something just for me. My husband was encouraging me, always get a hobby, get out of the house, go do something. I started taking sewing classes. I don't know. I was getting into like redoing furniture. I was always trying to find something for me, but nothing was filling my cup. Nothing was filling that void. Nothing I did. I couldn't find something for me. And so he was just always trying to push. And so I ended up going back to school for nursing because we have been in the hospital so much, and I have a safe, comfortable feeling in the hospital. And I remember being through all that with Anna and feeling like, called there, sort of, that I want to be there. I want to be that person for those families that were like us and scared, and just bring that safety and that comfort to them. So I went back to school, and I think I was 2 or 3 semesters in when I was invited to a challenge group. And, like so many people we talked to, I was that person that was like, no, and, excuses, and I don't want to be held accountable. And I really was like, everything that we get told, I was saying. So that's what I try to think of when I'm hearing it, that I had all of them in the book. And so she was consistent with following up with me. It wasn't immediate. She waited like a week, another week. And after mulling it over, I kind of just said to my husband, I'm just going to commit. I'm just going to commit to a month of Shakeology, a month to this group, whatever it is. I have no understanding. I have no idea. I have no clue what this is. And so I jumped in and gave it my all, and it changed my life. That's the thing. It truly did. That emotional stuff with my family, like I said to you, how it was happening when I was younger, it's still happening. But when I started coaching, that was the year I started creating those boundaries. That was the year I stopped calling my mom every day at 3 to not have her answer. I started protecting my heart. I started protecting myself, my family. I started, and this is okay to do, thinking about what I wanted and where I was headed. And so it really was, it was incredible for me to go through that challenge group. So that's a little bit of my story. I hope I didn't spend too much time on it. So I got started coaching because of that challenge group. That challenge group was just like the ones we lead. There was nothing super duper amazing or special about it. It was just everybody was showing up every day. I don't remember what the posts were about. I just remember, dying to check in every morning to see what they were going to say, to see what the other people were doing. I remember being so excited to see the other girls, posts and transformations, because there were so many of us that we became friends, and, we kept putting up our photos in there. So that challenge group, that 90-day journey that I took, I felt so inspired by it that I totally quit nursing school. And I am not a person that just haphazardly does stuff like that. I've been to college twice. I made sure that I finished. And so I played it all the way through. I thought, I said to my husband, I don't even know why I'm in nursing school, because they work these 12-hour shifts, either day or night. And I just said, I don't want to do that. I don't want to leave my kids 12 hours a day, or I can't do nighttime because I'm a person that needs my sleep. I see Katie right now. I mean, that's straight up me. Like, I need my sleep. And so otherwise I'm just like, I don't function right. That's just like, I feel like I'm in a fog. So I knew the nighttime thing wasn't going to work, and the daytime wasn't going to work. I mean, I set out from the very beginning to homeschool my children and have that focus with my kids. It's always been on my heart and one of my goals. So that was one of the biggest things. Another one was I was paying for nursing school, and I was paying a lot of money. And when I realized that I could jump into coaching and start making money instantly, I was just like, this is a no-brainer. And I did research on what nurses made. I did research on what coaches made. And I just quit and I went for it. So that's why I got started coaching, because I came out of that group. It changed so much for me mentally, physically. And I wanted that. I wanted that for other women. I wanted that for all my friends, everyone I knew and everyone I didn't know. Those insecurities and those fears that I busted through and I broke down those walls. I felt so liberated that I left school and I got started coaching. So that's why I got started. So my struggles and some shortcomings and things that I've had to overcome, you guys, are worthiness. It's a huge one for me. I didn't have parents, or I know they loved me, but I didn't have people pouring into me and saying things to me. I know how I speak to my children, and I know how I invest in my children. And so I didn't have that. I didn't have anybody doing that. So I can remember almost my mom telling me she loves me like this many times. And I know she probably said it more, but I have that many memories. And when she said it, I remember I was away at my grandma's in Georgia, and I called home and she said it on the phone. I remember crying, and my grandma was like, "What's wrong?" And so because my mom said that. And so that worthiness, and that, which, having a relationship with God has really restored that. Having a relationship with my husband has helped to restore that. He was the first person I met that it was instant. He said, he seen me for who I was. I actually didn't even believe him. The things he would say to me, I used to tell him he was lying. I was like, "No, I'm this. No, that's not true. I'm this." And he would give me a compliment. It took years of me. He would get, honestly, he would start to get upset. Like, "I can't tell you something because you say no." Now I know how to take those compliments from him, from anybody, but it took years of him pretty much teaching me how to speak to myself. He used to say, "You're lying to yourself now. You're telling yourself you're ugly and fat and dumb," was a really big one. He said, "Why don't you just lie and say, you think you're lying, but lie to yourself the other way, and eventually start to believe it." And it is the truth. And that's such a great lesson that I'm able to give to, my coaches and my challengers, and share with them. You're lying to yourself every day. So get in that mirror, write on lipstick and write what you think is a lie, but they're actually the truth about how incredible you truly are and how unique you are. And just put these things out there now. Let's just start, we think we're lying, but they're the truth about you. So that's a huge struggle and a shortcoming of mine. I want to say, that investing so much in other people that I forget about myself might have been a struggle or a shortcoming in my coaching business as well. It may or may not be. I still don't know. And I really want to be honest and vulnerable with you guys that, I'm just getting my feet back in it. I've never left coaching ever. The last year has been tough, and I've been through some tough stuff, but I've never left. And so I'm not going to cry. I told myself today, it's been tough to invest and love people and have them turn on you, but it's life, right? It's just life. So I love you too. So learning that boundary of just loving people where they are, but also letting them take that charge in their business and in their life, and setting people free. Not everybody's going to be your cup of tea. Not everybody's going to love you, and that is okay. We are all entitled to our opinions. We're entitled to everything. I want my coaches to come in and learn and grow and build something wonderful and incredible, and, start something huge. And, it's never my heart's desire that people just straight up, flat out leave and aren't part of the tribe and the community. But if that happens, so be it. It is okay. So the last year has been tough, but there's been a lot of really wonderful lessons through it as well. So that's what I'm choosing to focus on. So that's where we are now. We're coming back together. We're rising up strong. We're rising up together. So the reason I haven't left coaching, because I will also share with you guys that I considered, like I said to you in the beginning, I'm a wife and a mom, and life is not about drama and problems and stuff like that. I don't live my life there. But the reason I haven't left is because I truly played it through in my mind. There's a couple reasons. I feel a responsibility. The team has gotten large. I feel a responsibility to people that I have brought here. That's one of them. Another one is I feel like it would be just selfish. I feel like it would flat out be selfish, because the transformation that happened for me from the inside out is real. It changed my life. Physically, mentally, and financially. We have been blessed. I have worked my ass off and done something, killed debt and taken us on wonderful trips and done wonderful things for our family. So I believe it would be truly selfish if I let hardships and hard times sabotage this huge, wonderful gift. So that is what those are some of the reasons why I haven't left. And the truth is, I genuinely believe, my husband always says, it's a dream job. We get to work on ourselves and we get to help others and we get to make an income, that there is no limit. I believe the only limit we have is ourselves. It doesn't matter where you're placed. I spent time 2 years ago being totally pissed off about where I was placed. I have no upline help. I've spent time, I wasted time is what I should say, being pissed about it. And so it's all BS. The only limit we have is us in our business, in our fitness journey. Anybody can say anything, anybody, they can do anything. We're our only limit. So yeah, those are the reasons I haven't left. I love it. I'm genuinely grateful that this fell in my lap almost 4 years ago. And we have to expect that the hard times are going to come, because nothing in life is perfect, right? There's going to be ups and downs with anything. So my heart and my goals, that's the last thing here. And I said to my husband, well, I know my heart about the business. I don't know my goals. And that's just me being honest with you guys. I don't really know what my goals are right now. I used to be pretty goal driven and focused on that. And it's important to do that. It's important to have them and write them down and keep them around you. But I'm just kind of refiguring that out. And the beauty, the wonderful thing about what I believe we are doing here is coming together. And, I want to hear you guys' hearts and you guys' struggles and your shortcomings, because that's where we come in. That's where I can come alongside you. And those things help us reach our goals. When I know that someone is shooting for 2-star, and when we all know that, this is somebody's goal, well, then we rally. And so but back to my goals, I don't know just yet. I know that, I have income goals just like you guys. And I think that's a great thing to have. Don't ever deny that. Don't ever feel bad about that. Don't let anybody make you feel bad about that. We have bills to pay. We have mouths to feed. We have trips we want to take. We have things that we want to do. We have debts. So don't let anybody make you feel bad about that. So I definitely have income goals. Rank goals I have as well, but nothing like really clear in my brain right now. And so I'll get there again. I got to be honest, I really at this moment in time have some big time like physical fitness goals, because over this last year and how things transpired, I added weight back on. And I've always been working out. Like I said to you, I've always been doing it, but I think the stress, just stress levels can make you add weight. And so I want to recommit to my fitness journey and just be that. My husband always says, just go on your journey, fully, completely go on it, watch it transform your life and watch it transform your business. And then he also says, when I cry to him about shit, he's like, just be you. Just be you. Nobody can touch that. And that's what I always will encourage you guys to do too. Just truly, genuinely be you. And that's where, your business and everything will take off. So yeah. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. These are the things I want to hear from you. It's not easy to do. I've been nervous today. I didn't have notes. I felt like I wanted to prepare. I wanted to come to you guys with something, but the truth is I just wanted to come to you with my heart. I just wanted to come to you. That's right. Bravely be you. I wanted to do that. And that's what I want you guys to do. I want to hear all the goods and all the bads and know that we're lifting each other up. And I want you guys to set goals. So don't hear that, I'm not setting them, because that's not what I'm saying. The absolute truth about the business is Success Club and, setting goals is very important every single month. I'm just sharing with you guys where I'm at right now, coming back in, and I will have some new ones and I'll share them with you guys. I'll put them in the team page. I'm going to want to hear yours too. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's new calls. What are you guys' thoughts, questions, anything? We have a few more minutes. All you muted friends. Anybody? I'm going to drink my weird hospital water. Excuse me.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yay.
I just want to say that you are so loved.
Oh.
And your story always brings me to tears, however many times I read it or hear it. And I just want you to know that you are so loved and so appreciated. And, I love that you share with us and that you pour into us. And I think you're amazing and wonderful. So I just want to tell you that.
Thank you so much. Oh, I so appreciate it. Thank you so much. You are so sweet and kind to me. Thank you.
You are so loved.
I appreciate it, girl. Thank you. It means a lot. And another thing I was thinking about, because sharing our story is so important in our business, you guys. It really is. It connects people to us. It draws people to us. So sharing your story is important. So, one of my desires is through these calls, we all get comfortable sharing our stories, overcoming our struggles, and sharing them with people out there. So, I really, really hope. I know some of you guys struggle with that. I do too sometimes. I got to be honest, when times have been tough, I've kept to myself. I've definitely closed in a bit and let it rock me a little bit and rock my confidence. And I've let it rob me. So I'm done with that. I'm done with that bullshit. And so I want to share my story, and I want you guys to be comfortable doing that as well. Yeah, anybody else? Oh, we have 2 chats. Oh, love you guys. So, let's see. Speaker view. Oops, wrong. I'm gonna record these every week, and I think I'm just gonna put them in the team page. I want everybody who couldn't make it, Sierra, you're so cute, to be able to watch it and follow up. And I want everybody to be involved. I want everybody to get the feeling. And I know some people couldn't make it tonight. I totally understand. Like I said to you when we started, if there was 2 of us here tonight, I was going to be totally fine and so happy I feel like we're restarting. I feel like we're coming together and like unearthing this new thing together. We got 4 minutes, friends. What do y'all? God. I hope I didn't go too heavy, but that's life, right? No worries. Okay, guys, if you have no questions or anything, we ended just a few minutes short. This was so fun to see you guys. Thank you for showing up. That's what matters. That's what's so important. This is only every other Tuesday, so we're not stealing a ton from our families. I know we're almost everybody, maybe every one of us is a busy mom, and we have hubbies and lives. I get it, but I think this is going to be so important. It's so important to me, and I just hope that it's so important to you guys and our teams. And as we add to this incredible team that we have, that everybody just makes time. We have the National Wake Up Call for Monday training, and there's incredible information. Make sure you're showing up to that too. And then this every other Tuesday. So, all right, friends, I love y'all. I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for this community. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this year and where we're headed. So I guess I'll go.
Thanks, girl.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, night, friends.
Night.
Good night. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Night.